Hey everyone, Aaron here with Elite Water Sports, and I have a very important video for you today. And it's all about this quick release, the safety device made for ejecting from your kite. And this is going to be for all the pros out there and all the beginners. It's going to hit everybody at home because I'm here to change your mindset. I'm trying to change your mindset to make this a tool used before it becomes just strictly for safety. So stay tuned. I'm going to get in the details, super important. Let's go for it. Hey guys, Aaron with Elite Water Sports. Let's get right to it. This is called an eject or a quick release. Everybody knows or should know how it's used, and it's kind of taught globally that this is more for like safety, more for like a really bad emergency situation of getting yanked by the kite and blowing out it so that you don't go with it, right? Well, I'm here to change that mindset a bit. And what I mean by that is I'm going to change it over to utilizing it as a tool that we use before it becomes a situation of emergency or a situation of safety. So some of those scenarios could be like drifting up to the beach and getting closer to the trees, and you know that the kite's going to hit the trees before you can gain control over it. Well, let's use it as a tool. So that's what I'm going to display first, is knowing that I've crashed my kite, knowing that I'm washing up and I have a very thin beach where now my kite could possibly go into the trees, either hurt the equipment or possibly get even worse where I'm drugged closer to the trees. So I want to change my mindset to make it a tool. I'm going to eject before I get there, wrap up my bar and lines just like a self-rescue, and now it's a tool and not just for safety. Here's another great scenario for you, and it's probably the worst one. You're out riding, you've become a little bit complacent, you haven't checked the weather in a while, everything's been beautiful, but upwind from you is actually a storm of brewing, and it is actually creating a squall line effect of a bunch of wind. And yes, I'm trying to paint a picture of it being scary, okay? Most people will run back to the beach or ride back to the beach as soon as they see that squall line, but you need to understand the timeline that's actually happening. How much time do you have to get back to the beach before that wind is already on you? If it's a super unsafe situation like squall line, that wind's moving 45 mile an hour or more towards you. Are you gonna have enough time to get back to the beach and land your kite in full control? Probably not, okay? Most people are going to go straight to the shore, try to land their kite, they're gonna get out of control like this clip, and then you know what happens? Then they use this thing called a safety and eject, a quick release, right? And we're changing that mindset. We're gonna use that as a tool. So before you even remotely get back to the beach, even if you're in deep water, even if you're in surf, you gotta know the scenario, okay? Go out, stay away from the beach, use your tools, which is this eject. You eject from the sail before you make it up onto a hard surface. And then you do a self-rescue, get up on the beach like a pro, and everybody's gonna applaud you. So now that you guys understand kind of what I'm talking about of changing that mindset from safety to actually utilizing that tool, let me give you a couple different scenarios. Say like you're out riding, going back and forth and enjoying your session, and you come back to the beach and there's nobody up on the beach to help you self-land. The number one repair in our shop is that leading edge, and it's always caused from somebody trying to do a self-landing. So instead of self-landing on the beach, like all the videos that we've created and we've taught you how to do, well, check out your scenario. If it calls for you being able to be out in the water and need to waist deep water, well, eject out there, wrap up your lines, get to your kite like a self-rescue, and walk up on the beach like a boss. A couple other different scenarios are like, hey, being out in some super deep water and the wind has died. Well, that's just a self-rescue. Using your tools that you have before they become a safety issue. Getting up to that kite, using that kite as a sail, getting back to the beach, rather than floundering around and hoping for a rescue eventually. We're trying to rewrite the whole script on making this just for safety, just for the inevitable something goes really, really bad and we're trying to ditch the sail. We're trying to rewrite it, and we're sending it home to all the pros out on the beach. Most of us can admit that we haven't used that ejector, haven't used that safety release in many, many, many years, if at all, since the beginning. So it really sends home to them, to the pros, and to the beginners that we need to rewrite the script on whether it's a tool or for safety. We got to make sure that we're using it as a tool. We understand that we can use it before things get bad. And when they get bad, now we're using it for safety and only for safety. So this is Aaron with Elite Water Sports. Hopefully my point has come through and you have rewrote your way of thinking about it. And we'll see you on the water.